Oh, get in there, my son. What's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little Manchester United roundup for you with all the latest evening's Manchester United news and sort of roundup of the latest goings on in regards to Ralf Rangnick coming in to Manchester United also. Get in there, my son. How are you all doing tonight? Thank you very much for joining us. A few shout-outs at the start of the legends in here. Sound Dog, Molly Do, Cool Homies, Batman Night Fan, Hakeem Gaming, Myth Detector, Ray, mate. Ray MUFC, how's it going, dude? Long-time legend. Hope you're all doing well tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Talk MUFC's in here as well. What is good? Guys, do us a massive favour. Smash the like button at the start of the stream. Give it a share around on Twitter, Instagram, toilet walls, etc. Share it around, lads and lasses. Get involved. It's also an interactive show. We want to hear from you in the live chat. So everybody who's watching out there, do have your say. Do get your opinions in and voice your thoughts in the live chat. We will dip in and out of it as we go through the video. And we will also have a big Q&A at the end as well to see what everybody's thinking about the current situation. So let's get into the start of the news this evening then, folks. Thanks for everybody who's joining us. Rosh Mano, Kingface, Batman, Girish, Andy, also in here. Great to see you guys. Thanks for getting involved. So the biggest news really is obviously that, you know, it's impending the arrival of Mr. Ralf Rangnick. Contracts will be signed at the weekend, and paperwork exchange, all that kind of thing, and he will be coming in. There's a couple of question marks about who will be coming with him. So we were talking about yesterday of the prospect of the assistant manager that has worked with him previously at a few different clubs coming in with him as an assistant, which is of course Lars Kornetka, who's obviously a trusted partner who's worked with him at previous clubs, Hoffenheim, Leipzig, and Schalke. But there is some understanding at this stage that also he might be. There's a paper in Russia that are claiming, the Sports Express in Russia, that are claiming that he's the guy that's going to stay behind at Lokomotiv to oversee the job. Obviously, Rangnick is leaving. So there's a little bit of dispute about what's going on and who's coming in. Of course, I guess we won't really truly know the proper dealings of that until there's an official announcement from the club and we actually see who's coming into the club and who's announced as coming in as his backroom staff, if anybody, because he might just be working with who's currently in there at the moment. But it does seem he would like to get somebody who's trusted, tried and tested, that he's worked with, to come in. And but there's a paper in Russia that are reporting anyway that his assistant Lars Kornetka may be staying around there just to oversee things as he's going. So that's a possibility. We'll have to look at that. But maybe he will be coming instead as assistant, as we discussed yesterday. We want to talk about this as well, guys, which is an update from Fabrizio Romano a little while ago. Agreement in place. This is between Manchester United and Lokomotiv Moscow for Ralf Rangnick. Deal will most likely be signed late this weekend. Ralf Rangnick already has an agreement to join as an interim manager and then with consultancy role starting from June 22. That's the main story. Another update here at 7:02 p.m. Manchester United confirmed to Ralf Rangnick his consultancy role from June 2022 until 2024. But Ralf would be interested in taking the full-time manager role if offered. Rangnick's camp working on work permit. It's taking time. He's planning to arrive next week. So we've got a little bit of a time update here. I mean, we understand probably Monday, Tuesday, round about that time is when he'll be looking to come in. We've got Chelsea Sunday. Michael Carrick is overseeing that game, of course. And we'll be hopefully getting us a point or something. We'll see. Come on, get in there, Carrick. Carrick at the wheel. Hopefully he can do a good job. But hopefully we can still be in a position where we can challenge for the title after Carrick has finished his sort of, temporary managership here, and we've got Rangnick coming in. So hopefully Carrick can get us a decent result there. Rangnick probably coming in early next week. There are some talks, the Mirror and a few other Gashtastic rags reporting that maybe he would be not ready to start the game against Arsenal on Thursday, and that more likely it will be at the weekend. So that he oversees his first game. I think it's against Palace, isn't it? So, yeah, that's a possibility, guys. He might not be here to be in charge of the Arsenal game. It depends, really. I would imagine he'll be in Monday or Tuesday, to be perfectly honest with you. Get that game out of the way. He can come in and start afresh here. It just depends on work permits. At the weekend, they're understood to be exchanging the contracts and signing the paperwork. So that's not going to be a problem. It's just work permits, really, I guess, is the main thing, if that's being held up. But, of course, when you're talking about big money moves with lots of cash involved here, then I'm sure there's a way that they can speed these things up with the necessary government departments, etc., in terms of work permits to get this, pushed through pretty quickly. So I'm expecting Tuesday, lads and lasses. I'll ask you in the live chat. Let's just have a little prediction. Let's play a game. What day do you think that Manchester United officially announced? No, wait, that's not what I want to know. What day do you think he comes and starts his job, basically? I'm saying Tuesday, lads and lasses. Won't have long, obviously, to work with the players before the Arsenal game, if that is to be the case. Eddie O2 says we got 26 likes. Hey, everybody, if you're just getting involved, I can see Ellie, Oscar Jimenez. Hey, Ellie, how you doing? Batman Night Fan, 867 Hitman, and everybody else as well. Thank you for joining. Hit the thumbs up button if you were just getting in here. Smash the like. Give it a share around on Twitter, etc., and help us out. Nice one. So, let's talk about the other news that we've got here, guys. So, there you go. That is sort of the biggest story. Is going to be coming next week sometime. Obviously, we know that. It's all done and agreed. It's just a case of exchanging paperwork and getting them over here, really, and waiting for the approval of the work permits, which has taken a little bit of time at the moment. And then there's a few other things that we don't know about just yet, as in what backroom staff will this man appoint or bring with him? Will it be this Lars Kornetka individual, or will there be some other people that are coming in, or will it be nobody? So we'll have to bring in the latest on that when we've got it. But there you go. Ralf Rangnick confirmed as going to be going into a consultancy role from 2022 to 2024. That's the biggest thing that I like about this, guys. Yeah, you know, everyone's banging on about, yes, this is great, we're going to get this new style of football and stuff. He is only contracted here for 6 months. I guess he could go into a permanent role if he's done really well. I mean, it does say, you know, he would be interested in taking the full-time manager role if he's offered it. So if he does well, if he gets us up there competitive, playing nice stuff, I'm sure just like you, if that is the case, I would like him to stay if he's got us in a position where we're looking good, we're playing that Gegenpress style of play, and we're getting at teams with those German vibes. You know, if we're doing that, then fair enough. I'd say, you know, give him the job. But we've got to see what he does first yet, you know. I'm just going to bring this point up here that I've got from Mr. Dimitar Berbatov here. Because Dimitar Berbatov, when speaking about Ralf Rangnick, these are some quotes from Dimitar. He said, he's highly respected in the football world. However, with all due respect, he has managed teams like Schalke, Stuttgart and Leipzig, but he has never managed really big teams. He said Manchester United is one of the biggest teams in the world, so this is going to be something new to him. It's going to be interesting to see how he'll cope with that situation. And a few people slagging off Berber for this, but I think it's a damn fair point. Listen, Rangnick's clearly a great coach with massive experience, and I think he's exactly what we need, not just for a manager, but as a football development person in the club, like some sort of sporting director potentially going forward would be brilliant. We understand it's a consultancy role. Is it like a freelance outside consultancy role, or is it actually going to be some sort of technical job within the club? That's what I'm hoping for, where we can have some freedoms and things. That's the biggest great thing about this. But remember, it is a big step up for the lad to manage Manchester United. He's got the experience. I mean, he's definitely ready. He couldn't be any more ready for this job in terms of stepping up. But at the same time, it is a big step up. Dimitar Berbatov's absolutely right. So there you go. By the way, Dimitar Berbatov, can he not just come back and play for Manchester United, please? I don't know if you've seen him. I follow him on Instagram. He's always posting videos of him just doing football-related stuff, kick-ups and training and all sorts of stuff. Man, that guy's got the touch of an angel still. Honestly, it's unbelievable. The guy is a machine, and he's still so physically trim and fit. He can still score you about 15, 20 goals a year if you just stick him at number 9, I bet. Anyway, no, seriously, he's still unbelievable. But there you go. Berbatov on Ralf Rangnick. I sort of agree, but at the same time, I am happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that Ralf Rangnick's coming because I think he's a good acquisition at this stage with who's around, and in the future as well, even if it doesn't work out in the short term as a head coach, as the manager, you know, in the future he can definitely take that consultancy role and do good stuff for the club there. So get in there, bit of R&R action. I'm happy about it overall with who's available, but it is a step up for anybody like that who's only managed clubs like Schalke, etc. You know, you've got to be honest and say that Manchester United is a Goliath of a job for anybody. We've seen people like Louis and Jose come in and fail, or certainly in the long term fail. So there you go. We have a source here that suggests that Manchester United are expected to confirm the appointment of Ralf Rangnick within the next 48 hours. United will not have to pay compensation to Lokomotiv. That is one source here that is suggesting that. It might also be a situation that they do have to pay compensation. This is just a source that we have. It's not gospel. But maybe Ralf Rangnick may be announced officially by Manchester United within the next 2 days, the next 48 hours, guys. That seems to be the case. He's expected to receive a significant pay rise from coming to Manchester United. His contract with Lokomotiv Moscow is understood to be around about £3.8 million per year. And he will also receive a big bonus at Manchester United if he secures Premier League glory or Champions League glory or even top 4. So he gets a UCL bonus from the Glazers just as an added incentive to get this team to perform. So he is basically being given a good amount of money as an increase, but he gets a big bonus if he does get top 4 and if he wins a trophy, basically. So there's some good offers on the table for Rangnick if he performs and get this team doing what they should be. There's a video has emerged from a few years ago, guys, which is absolutely brilliant. So it was when RB Leipzig were playing a game, I think was it against Dortmund. And what's hilarious about it is it against Bayern? Yeah, it's against Bayern. So it's it's just, he's actually the sporting director at the time, and he comes on the pitch at half-time, questioning the VAR with his mobile phone, and he's like, storming on the pitch, goes up to the officials, like trying to show them this fucking incident in the game, but it has just happened in the first half. And Mats Hummels is getting in his face, like, what are you doing, mate? And all this business, or whoever it is, I don't even fucking know. So, but it's just fucking hilarious anyway, dudes. You should definitely check it out. But he's basically, he's not even the manager, though. He's the sporting director. The sporting director, not even the manager in the dugout. He's come up from the stands here, from the executive box or wherever he is, and and he's going on and he's getting in the referee's face with his phone, asking them to look at this VAR incident. I find it fucking hilarious, to be fair. But anyway, it just, I don't know, it's a bit Jose-esque, that, to be fair. I can imagine Jose Mourinho doing some shit like that. But either way, I think he's going to be a big personality, a big character, a big ego. He's going to fight all the battles with the officials on the sideline. He's going to be screaming at the players. He's going to be demanding the very best. He's going to be animated. He's going to be passionate. He's going to be German. That is basically what we're getting here, It's like he's like an older, smaller Klopp with natural teeth. You know what I mean? He's like a smaller, not so menacing, not so psychotic version of Jurgen Klopp, as you can see, So, yeah, pretty cool. Man United confirm the consultancy role 2022 to 2024. This is a quote from Ralf Rangnick in regards to Jadon Sancho. Hey, there's 100 of you heroes getting in here right now. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you all getting in here. Get your thoughts and opinions in throughout. We're talking about Ralf Rangnick at this moment in time. What do you think about it? What's your rating of this job appointment on a scale of 1 to 100? 100 being absolutely sensational and 1 being absolutely David Moyes. Let me know your opinion at the time. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Obviously, in hindsight, it would be a 1. But anyway, Ralf Rangnick, this is a quote in regards to Jadon Sancho. He said, in a year's time, Jadon Sancho will still be one of the hottest players on the market. So he definitely rates Jadon, and there's actually a lot of discussion and talk that he may be able to bring the very, very best out in Jadon. So there's a talk, the Athletic reporting that basically he could be a real beneficiary of Manchester United's imminent appointment of Ralf Rangnick because he's the style of play, of course, that he's going to be bringing to the side is going to be beneficial for Sancho. So Hatchard, who is it? This Kevin Hatchard, a German football expert, believes the former Borussia Dortmund man will thrive under the new stewardship of Rangnick due to his footballing intelligence and his performances in the Bundesliga. He said Jadon Sancho will be a real beneficiary of this because he's a guy that has been in German football. He used to be learning about pressing triggers. He's used to learning about when to go and when to press the opponent. Part of the struggle at United has maybe been those instructions haven't been as detailed or haven't been the same, and maybe Sancho has struggled in that regard. So in terms of getting that Gargan press football, that high press, that that team press, it's definitely going to benefit players like Jadon Sancho who've already played in systems like that, who've already looked at, who've already looked good in that system, in that type of play. So I think that this does bode very, very well for Jadon Sancho that this guy's coming in, and a few other players, of course, like we've talked about. I think maybe Fred could benefit in this sort of a system under Rangnick. I think maybe Jesse Lingard as a backup has actually got a decent role to play in this sort of a high pressing system. You've also got, other players who probably, of course, will have issues now with the new manager coming in there, which we'll obviously get into. I'm actually going to make a video on that tomorrow, lads and lasses, in the afternoon. If you're around, we're going to do a video about who could be going out, who could be coming in, etc. So do keep a lookout for that. Right, Man United. This is another source here that says that Manchester United will officially announce or unveil Rangnick early next week. Last details on the weekend, but the deal is almost done. So yes, as we discussed, it seems like the deal is pretty much imminent. It's all been agreed between the two clubs. Spartak Moscow, Lokomotiv Moscow allowing him to leave, of course. Manchester United will be bringing him in. Question marks remain about who else might be coming in as backroom staff, maybe his assistant, but his previous assistant, but he might be staying around. So we'll have to find out what happens there. Okay. Interesting. We have a source here to say that Erling Haaland is wanting Real Madrid as well. So a few different reports coming out that he is more interested in going to join Real Madrid, Erling Haaland. I would not be surprised to see him join Spanish team, in all fairness, guys. You know, I would have thought one of the top Spanish sides, Real Madrid, does make sense. Hey, it would be nice if we could get him at Manchester United, but it's kind of wishful thinking. Haaland kind of has his pick of any club that he wants to go to. He's kind of like Kylian Mbappe, really. These guys, really, Kylian and Erling Haaland, it's like anybody would be queuing up and clambering over your own grandmother to try and sign one of those guys, wouldn't you, really? Like, everybody was interested. If you were to offer them around for a reasonable price, everybody is interested. It's as simple as that. So, yes, it's going to be hard to get a player like that at Manchester United. We have an update as well from PSG director Leonardo. So, Fab gave us some quotes earlier on, and it just said, "We do not want Pochettino to leave. He never asked to leave, and no club contacted us in relation to him. We never had any meeting or contact with Zinedine Zidane." So, you know, just echoing some things we said earlier about Leonardo, just doubling down on the fact that Manchester United never really had contact with Pochettino properly, or PSG, and that if they did, it was knocked back and they didn't want Pochettino to go, and they never had any contact at all with Zinedine Zidane. So he says. So Leonardo says, but, you know, you just never know. So that's the latest on that situation with Poch. It's still expected he might be a front runner to take over in the summer if it doesn't work out 100% here for Rangnick. Or, of course, Ten Hag is being discussed. It may change. There may be others that come in at that point as well. But it's also understood Carrick's definitely going to be in charge of the Chelsea game, but he might be overseeing things for the Arsenal game, depending on how long it takes for work permits and these finalisations to be done. Although I expect Rangnick to be coming in here Monday or Tuesday so we can start work and get us set up and get us ready, or as ready as we possibly can be, against Arsenal. And then, of course, we've got Crystal Palace in a decent run after that. Okay, so also there's a report here, the Metro reporting earlier on, actually, that some members of Manchester United's squad are annoyed by the club's handling of Ralf Rangnick's appointment, according to reports. So, following Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's sacking last Sunday, United have held talks with several candidates, yada, yada, yada. And apparently the Times are reporting that some United players have been annoyed at the way that they haven't been consulted or kept in the dark about Rangnick's appointment. It says the move was not communicated in person or via the players' WhatsApp group. So it says they just hadn't any clue about it. The report also claims United squad are intrigued by Rangnick's arrival, though, in style of play he plans to implement at Old Trafford. So, listen, I guess it is a little bit like confusing if you've just been being managed by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and then Carrick's at the wheel and then suddenly Rangnick's report. It's kind of a little bit out of left field. And let's be perfectly honest now, because if it was Pochettino, I kind of, obviously all these players, you know, it's like it's a familiar manager in the Premier League, but Rangnick coming in there, he's working at Lokomotiv in a technical role. It is a little bit random. I'm just going to be honest. You know, I think it's a good appointment in the end from who's available and what he can do in the long term as well. But it is a little bit random, isn't it? Like, it's almost just out of nowhere. So, you know, it's an interesting one. Certain players will really be loving this, and certain players, I think, United will really be not loving this, such as maybe Paul Pogba, who, if he wants to get back in the team, will have to work his socks off. Or, what's more realistic is he might end up leaving on a free, going to PSG for more money. Smash a 1 in the live chat to keep Pogba. Smash a 2 in the live chat to let him go on a free transfer. Let's see where the live chat's at. But the Telegraph reporting that Mauricio Pochettino will remain under consideration for Manchester United, as Erik Ten Hag will also, but United will take their time. Another coach who is being actively discussed is Sporting's Amorim, apparently. So, you know, just this is what I'm saying. Lots can change between now and the end of the season. For a start, this is a great opportunity for the coach, Ralf, to try and get the job on a permanent basis? Is he, if he gets us playing good stuff and winning something, maybe, I'm sure he'll get given the job. If he doesn't, then he's going to step into that technical role and somebody else can come in like Ten Hag or Poch or someone like that. So we'll have to see, though, because a lot can change. Somebody else could enter the fold. I don't know, Nagelsmann just get sacked off at Bayern or something, probably not. Something like that. Some crazy stuff happens, who knows? And we can go and get somebody else. I guess you just never know in football. There's always things that can happen in a short space where the circumstance changes. So let's see what goes on between now and the end of the season. We've got a good manager coming in, an experienced manager coming in. It is a big step up to Manchester United, but he's got the experience to prove that he can do it and beyond the dugout, which is good as well. Okay, a little bit of transfer news very quickly before I get into the live chat again. But little bit of transfer news, nothing much. But Paul Pogba, apparently Paris Saint-Germain have stepped up their efforts to sign Manchester United Pogba on a free transfer. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? They're blatantly going to do it, guys. Just by the way, let's see what you guys said. So lots of twos coming in the live chat for sell Pogba. Not very many ones. No ones. No ones at all. Everybody wants Pogba gone in the live chat. Wow. Hey, guys, we're only 27 likes away from 100 likes. It would be an absolute honour and a privilege if we could smash that. Hit the thumbs up button on the stream if you're just getting in here. Twat it. Give it the old Kung Fu Cantonade treatment. Let's be having you. Cheers, guys. I appreciate you. No, seriously, it does give us a boost up there on the YouTube algorithm. Helps out the channel. If you enjoy the streams at all, smash that thumbs up button. Give it a share around as well. Thank you. Here we go. Let's get back in there. So, so Paris Saint-Germain has stepped up their interest in Paul Pogba on a free transfer. Why would they not be interested in Paul Pogba? PSG are a French team. Paul Pogba is French. PSG are a mercenary team. Paul Pogba's a mercenary. PSG are a team full of prima donnas. Paul Pogba's a prima donna. PSG pay absolute shitloads of money. Pogba likes absolute shitloads of money. PSG like to sign players on a free transfer. Paul Pogba's already left Manchester United on a free transfer before. Doesn't give a shit. You know what I mean? There's a lot of there's a lot of things that point to Pogba going away on a free transfer to PSG. I honestly, if I had to put my hand on my heart now and bet what happens in the summer, that's what I think. Because I don't see why United would bend over and pay huge wages to a player that is so bang average, especially when this new manager's come in, who probably won't even like to play Paul Pogba because of his style of play and the fact Paul Pogba's not the most industrious of midfielders in terms of like work rate and effort levels and things like that. And this manager expects the absolute most in those terms. So I think Paul Pogba's going to be on his way out in whichever capacity you look. It's just whether or not, Woodward and Arnold and Co. and these guys within the hierarchy think, you know what, should we just let this asset go that we paid £89 million for? Or should we maybe give him a decent deal in the short term, try and get him, protected his contract because he is in his prime, he is worth a lot of money, he is a superstar, he has got millions of Instagram followers and all the rest of it. And maybe, try and protect their asset a little bit and then sell him if they can down the road. That's also a possibility, but I think they're going to have to pay a huge amount of money to do that. We know that Paris Saint-Germain will pay him 450 grand a week. They just will. They've got huge amounts of obscene, unlimited cash there, and there's no reason why they wouldn't pay the money to him because that's all they do. They like to just poach players off of other teams without paying a transfer fee for them, pay a huge agent fee and pay, of course, the player a huge increased signing on fee and wages to play for them. So they get a good deal in one sense and the player gets a fantastic deal, but the club that they're leaving gets absolutely shafted, of course. But I guess that's their own fault for not selling them sooner or doing getting the contract wrapped up. So in regards to Pogba, I wouldn't mind to see him go on a free transfer. I've discussed this a lot this week, but there are reports that suggest that that PSG are really interested in him. But there was a talk previously about maybe Pogba going to PSG previously, but there was nothing between the two clubs because PSG wanted to basically wait it out, try and get him for free. And unfortunately, at the moment, Pogba and United's contract situation, it has completely stalled really. Because he's injured now as well for a couple of months. It had stalled before that anyway, because Mino Raiola and Pogba are sort of playing quite a bit of hardball here. They're in a favourable position. There's a couple of clubs that would be really interested in taking them on a free transfer. His contract's running down. Juventus, Real Madrid, PSG, somebody would come knocking with a good offer. So they know that. So they weren't too desperate to sign up a cheap deal. United weren't prepared to pay a huge over-extortionate fee or amount, to sign him back up per week as well. Because he's not worth it, sadly. Paul Pogba is he's oh my goodness me. He's kind of like a steak dinner in a chip shop. isn't he? That's kind of what it is. It's like when you go into a chippy, you don't expect to get like a T-bone steak or like an upmarket steak. You know, you get your cod and chips, your bad sausage, your pucker pies. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, he's kind of like, actually, no, wait. It's kind of the other way around. He's kind of like a fucking battered sausage in a steakhouse, this man, if we're being honest. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just something out of place about Paul Pogba there. It doesn't really work because he needs all the conditions to be fantastic, and he also is just a huge amount of money. He's like paid Rolls-Royce money, but he performs like a mini Metro 9 times out of 10. It's absolutely cash. So see you later on, Paul. I hope it's true, to be honest with you. I don't want to be disrespectful, but hey, you know what? His performances over the last 5 years for Manchester United, they've been disrespectful. They've been disrespectful to the badge and the shirt, so never mind me being disrespectful about Paul Pogba going, see you later on, Paul. That's it. He's injured for a couple of months anyway. It's not going to be much of an issue. Also, a little bit more transfer news for you. So, Man United offer lucrative terms, and apparently we are in for Ousmane Dembele. That's what you know. I mean, let's see. It's maybe a little bit too soon, but apparently we're in for Ousmane Dembele, which seems a little bit strange because Manchester United are absolutely chock full of wide attacking players. But there are quite a decent couple of reports coming in here from Spain, suggest that Xavi's trying to basically keep hold of the player, but maybe he's want away here, and an amount of money in the region of 215,000 a week could maybe be what Manchester United are prepared to offer for him. So we're still potentially in for Dembele. You know, we're not going to talk about too much transfer stuff right now because I really don't think we're going to get anything announced or done before the start of January anyway. We've got a new man coming in. He's got to get things settled there. He's got to assess the squad, find out who he actually wants to bring in. I do think United will probably go and sign a CDM in January because why wouldn't you? Especially if you can get rid of one or two players as well. So I expect something to happen in January, but, I don't know about a winger. I don't know about Ousmane Dembele, but apparently still in for him. Also, the Express reporting that Calvin Phillips, makes decision on Manchester United as well in regards to, maybe his interest in it. He said, he believes he has concerns over leaving the club due to its ramifications his family could come under should he make the switch to their rivals. So, yeah, I mean, I would feel the same way as well. I mean, it has been done before, though, but, it's a rare player. Who think of players who've played for both Leeds and Man United. Of course, there's Alan Smith, there's Cantona, but, it's not common, is it? It's not that common. They're the two bitter rivals. They absolutely hate each other. So it's not the most common thing in the world to suggest that, oh, wow, okay, great. What's this? Oh, shit, Nani. Nani is leaving. Oh, shit. Oh, nice. Nani's leaving Orlando. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Nani's leaving Orlando, lads and lasses. Okay, then. Right. Let's just read this statement out. Obviously, this is a Manchester United fan channel. This guy's an ex-Manchester United legend. So let's just check it out, dudes. Why can't I save this? Hold on a sec. Right. Boom. So, Mr. Nani, what has he got to say for himself? This is what he's got to say for himself, dudes. He says, oh, crap. It's gone a little bit too big. There we go. Nani says, he says, all good things come to an end. After 3 amazing seasons full of great moments, new friendships and sporting success, I will be leaving Orlando City. Orlando is a city I could call home with great people and fantastic supporters, but my contract has ended and there was a decision by the club not to extend it. It was an honour captaining the club for its first ever playoff appearances and reaching the final of the MLS is back tournament. MLS is back tournament. You what? Is that what it's called? That's a fucking shocking name. The MLS is back tournament. Where the fuck did the MLS go? Okay. Anyway. Oh, for lockdown and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, he says, I shall never forget how the fans and community supported me and my family ever since the moment we arrived in Florida. You have in me a friend and a fan for the future. I wish you all the best. Hey, get in there, Nani. Come on, what a great career Nani's had, to be fair, man. Talk about European Championship winners here, Manchester United. The guy's done it all, mate. He's done it all, to be fair. How old is Nani? I think he's about 33. 35. Wow, fair play to the lad. He's 35 years of age. Could still do a job at United, lads. Could still do a job at United. Let's get the old band back together. What's Wayne Rooney up to, mate? Let's get the good old band back together, mate. Let's get Nani back, says Jordan Griswold. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Hey, I need to just replenish my Capri Sun here, guys. Hey, guys, you know what? These new straws, yeah? These new cardboard straws in the old Capri Suns. They're garbage, aren't they? This is what I do with those straws. They're waste. I put them in the recycling and I bend them. And they're shit. You know what I do with this is how I drink Capri Suns now, right, guys? You get the Capri Sun, you cut the corner off like this. Oh, fuck, it's dribbled. You don't cut it down so low like I just do there, though. You cut it down a bit higher up. Oh, shit, it's still dribbling. And now you just decant it into a cup. That's what you have to do with Capri Suns now, guys. It's a garbage design now with that cardboard straw. Anyway, right. Hang on. Juicy goodness, right. Hey, Nate H, thank you so much for a $2 super chat here, Nate, man. Thank you so much for getting in here, dude. Let everybody get a super chat emoji in there. Appreciate you. He says, fantasy camp is over for the boys club at United. Absolutely, now it's time to get into the boot camp mode. You know what I mean, Nate? Absolutely, it's time to perform more. Get out, son. That's what I mean. Hey, Dark Queen Gaming, how's it going? Batman Night Fan Juggalo Simpson aiming for gaming says proper coaching finally. Big up Nani, says Jordan Griswold. Yeah, what a great career Nani had, in all fairness. Like, definitely a stunning player. If you actually look at his stats, between Manchester United, between him and Cristiano Ronaldo. So it's pretty exceptional, really. I mean, let's have a look at this. Let me just show you this. This is an actual, I think this is legit. I do think this is legit. Yeah, I think this is legit. So this is quite interesting. If you have a look at this Nani's statement, I'll get rid of that. Okay, never mind. Don't know where that's gone. Don't know where that's ended up. Save image as downloads. Oh, okay. It's not worked. Never mind. Anyway, I don't know what doesn't like that one. But basically, it's just some stats. I'll read them to you. So the stats are Nani versus Cristiano Ronaldo in their first 100 appearances for Manchester United. Nani played 6,752 minutes. Ronaldo played 6,705 minutes. So almost identical in terms of minutes played in the first 100 appearances for Manchester United. Nani got 19 goals in that time. Ronaldo also got 19 goals in that time. Assists, Nani has 33 assists in his first 100 Premier League appearances. Ronaldo has 12. So he got the same amounts of goals as Ronaldo in his first 100 appearances, but nearly triple the assists as Ronaldo as well. So that was the player that Nani was at Manchester United. He was an excellent, excellent player for us. Insanely good at the start there. So, yeah, what a career. Get in there. I don't know if he's going to be retiring or staying in football, going elsewhere, but that is the statement from Lewis Nani. An absolute top don, top man. Get in there. So just wanted to let you know that as it's freshly coming in here. Guys, we got 266 legends watching right now. If it's your first time here on the channel, do us the honour and the privilege of smashing that subscribe button down there. Give it a cheeky little sub. It's free to do so. Doesn't cost you a damn thing. And we get on here every single day giving you all the latest United news in a proper no bullshit way. Giving you the latest stuff that's going on in a short, concise manner, in a community vibe where you can have your say and your opinion will be respected and aired, unless you're a toolbar, in which case you'll be ignored and sacked off. But as long as you're respectful and you get in there and you appreciate the vibe of the channel and you get yourself involved in a nice, respectful way, you can have your say. So smash that subscribe button. It only takes 1 minute as well for you to be able to chat. You just need to be subscribed for 1 minute to have your say in the live chat and everybody else as well. So do smash the like button. Do smash the subscribe. Hi there, Presido, Arsenal fan as well. Arsenal fan says, Rangnick, LOL, B-Tech manager. You've got Mikel Arteta at your club, dude. Fuck me. And you're saying that you got the audacity to come in here and say anybody else is a B-Tech manager. My goodness me, that's Arsenal fans for you, mate. They still think they're a big club. It's fucking hilarious, isn't it? Oh, anyway. So, I disagree with you. I think he is a good manager. I think in terms of experience and what he's done, I mean, he's definitely sharts the bed with Mikel Arteta, mate. No doubt about it. Lord Arteta, master tactician, says 1234 RBI. All right, so quick rundown then, lads and lasses. There's 262 of you in here. Quick rundown for anybody just joining and getting involved for what we have discussed. These are the biggest news. These are the biggest moments, really. So Manchester United have... we're waiting official announcement by Manchester United as expected will be in the next 48 hours, and that Ralf Rangnick will more than likely be heading in once work permits are granted and stuff around about Monday or Tuesday at the start of next week after Carrick's game against Chelsea. It is confirmed that Ralf Rangnick will go into a consultancy role from June 2022 until 2024. But Ralf would be interested in taking the full-time manager role if it's offered. So if he does really well between now and the end of his tenure here, 6 months it is, as interim manager, if he impresses, gets us playing a certain way, he might be offered the full-time job. So let's see how he does first. You know, we're not going to say that he definitely should be given the full-time job. That's what this 6-month interim job is about. It's about steering us in the right direction, trying to get us competitive, maybe trying to steer us a trophy between now and the end of the season as well, and getting the best out of this really good squad, and then setting us in the right direction for somebody else to come in and take over potentially in the future if there's the right candidate available. And he's going to then step into a consultancy role. So it is all good, positive stuff here, you know. Stefan says, still think Arsenal are a big club. What the fuck? I know, that's what they think. It's hilarious, isn't it? Arsenal fans be like, Rangnick is stupid. Oh. Hey, thank you, Molly. Do appreciate you. 123 RBI, Lord Mount Arteta. It's hilarious. Wish they let Arteta face Klopp midget, get KO'd. Oh, to be fair, you're right. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Who do you think would win in a street fight between Jurgen Klopp and Mikel Arteta? I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Arteta's a nice guy, but he ain't the most masculine of fellows. I'm just going to say, I think Jurgen Klopp, with his crazy German vibes, would absolutely go wild. So there you go. Not that that's important. I'm just saying. You know, you literally, the only reason Arteta's screaming like, come on, Kloppy, Kloppy. Hold me back, guys, hold me back. No, come here and hold me back. Come here and hold me back, guys, hold me back. You know, that's what he was doing the other day, man. We will destroy Palace under Rangnick, says Ronnie Dudge. Thank you for subscribing, Ivanova. Come on, get in there. Thank you for climbing aboard the Bacon Express. If you're new, just like Ivor, hit the subscribe. Klopp looked nervous in his interview this afternoon about Rangnick. Yes, Ronnie Dodge. Some really good stuff that he said about him, basically giving him high praise, saying that Manchester United are getting a great manager and all the other managers in the league should be sad to see it because Manchester United have got ourselves a very good manager who you know, should be able to get the best out of us. So once again, I'm going to get into the for a Q&A in a moment, but before I do, very quick roundup of what we discussed here. So Pochettino will remain a consideration until... obviously, in the summer, maybe. Ten Hag is still on the list. Certain players are understood to be a little bit annoyed, maybe, with Ralf Rangnick's appointment, completely being in the dark about it. That is one report that's coming out from the Times. He will be officially unveiled next week. PSG step up their pursuit of Paul Pogba in terms of a free transfer as well, it's understood. And also question marks about the assistant manager. Will Lars Kornetka be coming in, which is the man who's been with Rangnick for a number of years now? Will he be coming in and also get him given assistant manager role, or will we see new backroom staff come in? These are all things we don't know yet, and we will give you more information. Some reports to say, though, that Lars Kornetka may be staying behind in Lokomotiv Moscow to sort of oversee things there, seeing as Ralf Rangnick is leaving them, but that remains to be seen. So we'll bring you the latest on that as and when it happens. That's pretty much it, guys. Ralf Rangnick to United. Let's go, baby! Come on! Finally, we can have, hopefully, getting in the right direction. I'm trying to get excited about it. I want to get excited about it. The proof will be in the pudding for me, guys. How he performs, how he gets his team performing. I'm not expecting wonders overnight either. I'm just saying he's got to get us a new philosophy, new style of play. It's not easy. We've seen big name managers come in since Fergie's gone, and everybody's tried and everybody's ultimately failed. So it's a hard job. I know that. It's a pressure cooker. It's such expectation on the job as well. And it's just hard to get this team firing. But if anybody can do it, I guess it's somebody who's managed all the different clubs that he has, 650 different games, loads of different experience in sporting technical roles at big clubs, not as big as Manchester United, not as big as United, but big clubs. He's an experienced dude, and I hope that he'll come in and do well. And you look at what other managers have said about him, Nagelsmann and Klopp. These guys aren't saying that for fun. They obviously clearly respect this guy, clearly love his Gegenpress style of football as well, and have taken that and ran with it, really. You know, he's an inspirer for a lot, he's an inspiration for a lot of these guys. So definitely a great experienced coach. It's still unknown whether or not he'll get us playing the great football that we want, though, and successful is a key word as well, to get us winning things or getting up there and being competitive. I'm not expecting him necessarily to win anything. I just want to get up there and be competitive again in this spell. It seems like almost this season is, it's not a write-off just yet, but it's definitely, we're trying to make amends this season. We're already playing catch up, and that's going to be difficult for anybody coming in. So can he do it? Yes or no, lads and lasses? Let me know in the live chat. Give me a yes if you think that Rangnick can win us a cheeky little trophy or something before now at the end of the season and get us playing good football, more importantly, and looking good again, or smash a no in there if you don't think he's the man for the job. I know Molly do cardboard straws. What is the world coming to? It's absolutely shocking. Yes, Defo says toxic. Yes, says Ronnie. No, says Arsenal fan. Yes, says Jordan Griswold. Champions League winners with Ronnie and Ralph, says Gaz G. Now that's got a certain ring to it, mate. I love that, mate. Bit of R&R action. Come on. Diesel Daily says, yeah, man. Yeah, of course, says Dante. I hope you're right, guys. I really hope you're right. I think so too. But then again, I do realise that there's other teams. Klopp's there at Liverpool, and Klopp's a great manager, and Liverpool a great team, and they're already there. They're already where they need to be, you know, as in challenging, as in an oiled machine. Same goes for Manchester City and Klopp. And now Tuchel and Chelsea. It's like, it's very hard for him to get in there and tussle and mix it up and get above these other teams. That's my only concern about it. And the Champions League is probably a slightly more winnable competition for us this season than the Premier League now, seeing as we're far behind in the Prem. And it's a knockout cup tournament. We're through the group stage. He's going to have the Champions League football to play, of course. And so because of that, it definitely helps us to maybe go on and do well in that tournament. I think if he's a good coach, you can, you know, maneuver these cups. But as I said, as we've discussed, has he won the Champions League before? You know, has he? He hasn't, is the answer to that, guys. So, you know, I think we're all expecting him to do well and get the style down. You know what I'm expecting him to work on the root causes of the issues at United. I'm expecting him to change things fundamentally, change things on the training pitch, change things philosophy-wise and how we're approaching things, just to change things so it's all going in the right direction in a progressive manner for the next person coming in down the road. So this is, in my opinion, just sort of like a reset job. And, you know, if he does well, it will continue. If not, the reset job should still progress in that direction under somebody else. So, yeah. It's a good appointment. It's a good appointment. Gaz G says, Tuchel did it. Why not with us? Yeah, you absolutely never know. You're spot on, dude. I mean, Tuchel was not really doing very well at PSG. That he's gone to Chelsea and done absolutely brilliant. So you never know. You're absolutely right. You just never know. Sometimes new managers are just good fits for a club, and they get them to perform and they get them working pretty damn quickly, and it's evident, and they go and win something or have some success. It happens quite a bit, and I hope that happens with us. Yes, there is going to be FIFA tonight. CL, definitely. We're going to be on later on, my lad. Big love to all the Bacon Brigaders, Mikhail Kramer. Thank you, Drunk Vigo. Says, I smashed the like button. Thank you, Drunk Vigo. Appreciate you. Yeah, do hit the thumbs up if you haven't done. Okay, I'm just going to get right into the live chat now, lads and lasses. That's over Q&A. 250 of you legends in here right now. There's all the latest news. Thank you so much for listening for the latest news. Now it's time for you, all out there, to have your say in the live chat. I'm going to get through as many comments as we can here, so do get yourself involved in the chat if you want, and get your questions in, get your thoughts and your opinions about anybody that we've discussed in this video, anything we've discussed as well. Quick update here from Matty Rushmano, actually has just come in. So, yes, Telegraph reporting that Ralf Rangnick's expected to assess the credentials of Carrick, McKenna, Phelan and Richard Houtis and United's other coaches. So that's interesting. Yep, we'll see. Maybe he'll give them all an opportunity to prove themselves to him. Also, Eric Ten Hag is interested in the Man United job, and Ajax would not stand in his way if he wants to leave at the end of the season. This is a big understanding as well. So there you go. Hopefully that is something to, something to look forward to, maybe with Ten Hag having some interest in the job. It makes sense. Why would anybody not have interest in this Manchester United job? Especially if you're Ajax's manager. Ajax is a great club, but obviously Manchester United is just a bigger club. You've got some of the biggest, highest paid players in the world at Manchester United. So it's definitely a great opportunity for somebody. Right, let's get into the live chat, everyone. Have your say then. Lewandowski Rob says AB. Toxic says Fred will look like a prime Makalani under Rangnick. Yeah, hey, Toxic, it could happen, mate. He could get the best out of him. I hope you're right. Yes, you're right, just for YouTube. He says Fred may be able to do gegenpress, but what about when he has to gegenpass? Great comment just for YouTube. I agree. What is his problem when he has to gegenpass? True. Well, listen, I think it's just going to, whatever you lose in his passing abilities, you're going to have to make up for in other ways. And maybe just keep it simple. Keep it simple for Fred. Let other people have that responsibility more so. But you're right, though. Fresh start for everyone, even Phil Jones, says Gaz G. Hey there, Johnny. Laddie says Rangnick already had his say on Shaw. Do you reckon he's on the back burner now? Great question. I mean, he did say that in 2020, right? I'm not sure of the month in 2020 when he said that, but I could only possibly imagine, Johnny, that he said that before Luke Shaw went on his very, very good run last season, because I would have said a similar thing about Luke Shaw a couple of years ago, that he's pretty average and that he's good, but he's not great. That's exactly what I would have said about him a couple of years ago too. But after the last sort of 18 months of Luke Shaw, you got to say that he's been brilliant. Not this season, he's been shit. So maybe he still has that opinion of him. But certainly last year, guys, I mean, I saw it with my own eyes. I saw him whipping down that left-hand side, getting countless balls in, creating 4 or 5 great chances for his teammates every single game. You know, he was really great. You can't deny it. So for a whole season, Luke Shaw was excellent. In my opinion, you know, I didn't really watch much, you know, Alfonso Davies or, you know, Mendy over in Spain or whoever the rest of them, left backs. But to me, it's like hard to argue that he wasn't the best left back in the world last season. Even with England, he scored that goal for us in the European final, you know, in the championship final there against Italy. He scored the goal, you know, he had a great year. He really did. So you can't deny that. Luke Shaw had a great season. So I can't imagine he made those comments during that run or after that run. He must have made those comments before that run, and maybe he's changed his opinion on him, but also maybe not. So you're right, it'd be interesting. It's intriguing to see what he does with Luke Shaw. He's also got Tellers there, who maybe fits in more so to the system. King faces, I'd be throwing punches at Rangnick if we get poor results. I wouldn't let him on the coach. He's an absolute disgrace, man. Okay. Well, fair enough. Let's see. You give him a chance first. It's going to be some poor results along the way somewhere. Let's just hope that in the first run of games that he has, he gets a result against those Arsenal Hollands, and then we have a good positive run, because they're all winnable games after that. Hey, Jonathan Gallagher, mate, thank you for the highlighted member comment, lad. Appreciate you being a member for 9 months, baby. Let's go. 9 months a member, Mr. Jonathan Gallagher. Come on, let's get a #9 in there. And a soo. Thank you, Jonathan Gallagher, mate. He says he's got to make them lazy players play for the badge. Fair point, Jonathan. Yes, the stats don't lie. The running stats don't lie. They're not working hard enough. They're not running as much as they should be as a top team. They're getting left behind by the other top teams, and they're running stats. So that's a great argument. Let's get his stylistic train, you know, the way he trains, get the stylistic. Just get them stylistically better in terms of working harder. They should have to work a lot harder in that system anyway, if it's in a team pressing tactic. In Solskjaer's system, of course, we were sitting back a lot, counter-attacking. There's times when you're just sort of sitting. And there's not a lot of movement, not a lot of running. And it seems like the players were lazy on top of that, Jonathan Gallagher. I agree. Some of them absolute lazy bones. So it would be good to get others in here. Other approaches, other coaches, other tactics, other ideas, other styles, other training session, you know, other ideas in training, basically. We want somebody who is going to basically whip them into shape, who's going to get them to be you know, not just in terms of the style of play, but I mean the mentality. Like, we need somebody to come in and say, you're all a bunch of lazy bastards. You're doing laps. You're doing laps. And if you don't like it, 2 weeks' wages. Hey there, Diesel Daily. He says, where do you think Manchester United will place this season under Ralf Rangnick? Okay, so my humble opinion, and it is just a humble opinion, is that we will finish 3rd. I'm going to say that he's going to do well. I think he's going to do well and finish 3rd. And that would be actually pretty damn good for us. Because let's face it, there's 3 teams currently better than us at the very least. Liverpool, Man City and Chelsea this season have all looked better than us. They've all caused us problems, apart from we haven't played Chelsea yet, but they are top of the league. So they're all good teams. It's hard to really expect them to start faltering to the point that we have at the start of this season. I'm sure they will lose games. I'm sure they will drop points. City's defense have looked vulnerable at times, etc. They might lose a couple here and there, but more often than not, they're going to win. And so for that reason alone, it's definitely difficult for us to get in there. But I'm going to say third, guys. I'll ask you guys in the live chat, actually, what does everybody think it will be the position that we finish in this season under Ralf Rangnick then? Hey, thank you, VK Boss, for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much, Malvin T, for subscribing to the channel, and Tommy Lawrence there. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, guys. Welcome aboard the Bacon Express, everyone. Eric says, can the new manager keep Luke Shaw away from cake? Maybe, but it would be hard to keep him away from those Frey Bentos pies, mate, because he can put them in his cupboard at home, whip the top off with a tin opener, and get it in one of those little portable oven type things. So, he's got to watch out with the Frey Bentos. He's got to get in Luke Shaw's luggage. He's got to check out his cupboards and stuff in the hotel room. Make sure he's not stashing those Frey Bentos meat pies. To be fair, hashtag Frey Bentos lover. Who doesn't like a cheeky Frey Bentos, by the way? I love a cheeky Frey Bentos. Pie in a tin, though. But, as far as pies in a tin go, looking cracking pie in a tin. Whenever you have a Frey Bentos, when you're making it, I always think, this is not going to be that nice. And then I eat it, it's like, pie in a tin's good, Right. So, Roshmano, thank you so much for the update. 171 likes on the stream. Really appreciate you all hitting the like button. Let's just be real for a second. You're a bunch of bloody legends for supporting the show. I appreciate you. Do hit the thumbs up and let's get to 200 then. Eric says if Luke Shaw stays away from cake. Crispy pancakes, says Gary McMusic. Yes, okay, fair enough. We get it. Luke Shaw's a bit of a tubber. He likes his grub. He needs to work harder. And maybe Alex Telles is going to be more favoured by Rangnick. It's definitely possible because in terms of work rate and what Rangnick said about Luke Shaw previously, I think Luke Shaw's been excellent for United over the last year or so. But obviously this season he's not been very good. VK Boss says, watch how the team are not used to the intensity of training that Rangnick demands. Yeah, he's going to have to get the puke bucket out, isn't he? Yeah, that's it. That's what he should be doing. They should be running the puke drills. As soon as Rangnick comes in, that's right, guys. Get ready to spew your guts up in this training session. There's a bucket. We're going to run the shit out of you. That is what I want to see. I want to see these lads being worked like the professional athletes that they are, like the thoroughbred horses that they are, and get into get into some actual proper mentality of working super hard. That's what we should have, and having that ultimate fitness. United have no excuse not to work just as hard or harder than anybody else. I can't remember who it was who said it now, but I think it was a famous manager. It may well have even been Sir Alex, who said, it doesn't matter how much talent you have. If the other team wants it more than you, you're in trouble. Because it's about desire, it's about work rate, it's about wanting it just as much as them, and then your talent, your technical abilities will shine through. But if you don't want it as much as they do, then I'll tell you what, you're going to be in trouble. I'm sure there's many a times when you've played yourselves in teams growing up or whatever, youth football or whatever, when you've got a game against a local school, you've got better players than them, but for some reason it just doesn't click or whatever, you lose the game. It's because you bottled it. You convinced yourself maybe you were going to do them and you just got done by the B team. It happens, and you've got to stop that from happening. You've got to work harder. You've got to want it more than the opposition. If you can't want it more than the opposition, you've got to want it just as much and hope that your technical abilities are going to be the difference that win you the games. And that's where we've gone wrong. We've just relied solely, I think, on individuals, solely on technical abilities. Solskjaer's side pretty much stands for that, really. The individual brilliance FC is what they were calling us. So, it has to be said that Solskjaer's management of this club was counterproductive. We need to start playing good. We need to start playing intense football. Getting the team working hard for each other and for the shirt. That's definitely what I want to see. Oh, maybe it's a Shankly quote then. Yes, sounds like a paraphrased version of a Shankly quote. Maybe it is that, and I was definitely paraphrasing, mate. Hey, Tyron Pillay says, shout out Piggy. Tyron here. Hey there, Tyron. Thank you for joining us, bro. Shane Heffernan's in here. Says, Rangnick loves attacking fullbacks. Wan-Bissaka seriously needs to improve. Hopefully Shaw gets his form back. Great shout. Yes, he loves attacking fullbacks, so Tellers might do well there. I would love to see Tellers unleashed, actually. I think he's a really good footballer. You know that goal that he scored, that volley? What game was that in, guys? Champions League game, was it? I can't remember now, but it was an excellent volley. It's stuck in my memory. It was a great left-footed volley. Van Persie-esque. Loved it. You know, he's definitely a good player going forward as well. Statistically at Porto, insanely good. We haven't really seen him as much as we would have liked. He was injured for a bit. Luke Shaw had that insane season keeping him out of the team too. We just haven't really seen a lot of him. Hey, look, if Rangnick comes in and says, Tellers is the man for me, I respect that, and I'd like to see what he can do. I still think maybe Luke Shaw is better based on the last season that he had, and I think if he works hard, he could do the job that Rangnick wants him to do, to be fair. He's very good going forward, Luke Shaw. He does get up and down that wing like a beast most of the time. He's solid defensively. He's just been very poor this season. But if he can get into a good bit of form in a new system that's comfortable for him, I think he'll do well. Like you say, though, Wan-Bissaka, on the other hand, Shane, is not the type of player that Rangnick likes by all accounts. You know, he wants to play with those two wing backs getting up high and, I'm not so sure if Wan-Bissaka fits that sort of style because of his creative abilities. If you look at Liverpool and Alexander-Arnold getting forward and creating chances down the wings, and obviously Robertson does it on the left, but they've got a lot of creative talents there, and I don't think that Wan-Bissaka, of course, has that in his locker to the same extent. Then again, he is only young. He's 22. He can learn. He can develop. He can get better, and he could maybe add that to his game. He's not terrible at it. I just think he's not as good as most of the other top creative forward wing backs in the league, whether it's Kyle Walker or Reece James or Alexander-Arnold. You know, there's a few people ahead of him there. I would say defensively, though, he's the best. So what do you want? Do you want to give up all of your defensive guile on the right-hand side for attacking further? Well, if that fits the system, then you might have to. It's as simple as that. It's like, you don't want to get square pegs and round holes and all the rest of it. Paul Pogba, if he's not going to fit into Rangnick's system because he's not as much of a high worker, and Fred would rather fit into it, you know, I would be happy to see Pogba not play. So I'm not going to pretend like there might not be one or two casualties with Rangnick coming in. I think there will be. I think there'll be one or two people that just are not part of Rangnick's plans because of what he wants to do, and he's fully aware that he'd rather have somebody that for him in his system will work better. As he said before, you know, he said things like, there's a quote of him a few years back when he said, you know, I wouldn't want Paul Pogba in my team. I'd rather Naby Keita, you know, who he had at the time, because for my system, he's better. So there you go. Jonathan Gallagher with a €2 super chat. That's definitely true. He says, you notice, Pig, when we concede a goal, we drop heads. Yeah, I mean, I have seen that quite a bit, but also people forget that last season we had the best record of coming back from losing positions. So we actually came back like 15 games or something when we were down in the Premier League last year. Pretty insane stuff to win. And so in some ways you're right, Jonathan. Certainly this year you're absolutely bang on. Wasn't always the case. I think things just got on top of Ollie at the end there. The faith had gone. The belief was low. It was gone. The confidence was low. And that is what you're seeing there, really. I think they lost that belief to get into it. There was a game, you know, was it the City game or was it... No, it was the Watford game. It was the Watford game. There was the Watford game was the one where it's like, hang on a sec, we're losing this and you guys are just... What are you doing? Like, the heads had totally gone. There was no belief. I didn't have any belief that we could get back into it and win it and come back and win it. Usually as United, even last season under Solskjaer, you expect we're going to come back and win those games or at least go for it and have a good fight of it. But there was no desire from the lads. It seemed like they were just broken, like they were not going to come back into it. And as we know, they did get battered in the end. So that is a big concern. Yes, they need to sort themselves out. The manager's going to have to change loads of stuff up, Jonathan, mate, mentality-wise too. Hey, look, I think you're in for a real positive couple of weeks, Jonathan Gallagher. You know why? Because you have a real problem with some of these players in the team that have not been pulling their weight. People like Maggie Maguire, people like Pogba, people like McTominay, Fred, who else? Luke Shaw. There's been a few people that have just not been playing well, right? Bruno even. Who knows? I think what Rangnick's going to do when he comes in, he's going to change a lot of things. He's going to whip a few people into shape, and he's also going to drop a few people, discipline a few people, strip a few people of their current roles in the squad, such as Mr. Slabby Maguire as captain. He's got to do that, guys. I'm telling you now. If Rangnick comes in and just leaves the captaincy on Maggie, I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to say, yeah, this guy is what's he doing? Honestly, that's a good indicator for me. That's a chance for him to endear himself to the fan base by stripping the breeze block of the captaincy and giving it to Ronaldo. Hey, Gungshi, mate, gets in there, my son, with a 170 NT super chat. He says, hi, Pigba. I just woke up, Pigba. He says, thanks for the poke gift. You're legend. Hey, get in there anytime, Gungshi. You're welcome, sir. Gungshi, thank you so much for being a don and getting in here. You just woken up. Crikey, what time is it there, Gungshi? Middle of the night. Are you off to the toilet or are you up for the day? Gungshi, mate, thank you so much. Let's get a super chat emoji in there for Gungshi. What a man. No, you're welcome, Gungshi, anytime, man. Thank you also. What a top man. Thank you, Gungers. Hope you're good. Hey, Mikhail says, Gungers, channel legend. Hope you're doing well, mate. Absolutely is a true legend of the channel. 6 likes to go. Who's going to be that 200th liker, lads and lasses? Smash a like on it if you're just joining us. Kung Fu Canton, the shit out of that like button, guys. Let's blitz past 200 and also give it a share on social media if you want. In fact, I just want to give a few shout-outs to a few people here who have shared it. Red Devil JTMT, man, thank you very much, man. United for Life as well. Giant Bora, man, thank you very much for sharing it. Of course, Mr. Aaron Homeyard as well. Thank you so much for sharing this video as well. You actually done on Twitter. Legends, man. By the way, anybody who retweets my latest tweet at Flying Pig United to help spread the word and share it around, I will follow your ass back. If I'm not following you already, I will follow you back. So I appreciate everyone who does that and shares them around and stuff. United for Life, thank you. I just followed you back, mate. Appreciate you subscribing and sharing it around. We've got 200 likes on the stream. That's all I wanted. Thank you so much to everybody who's done that. Appreciate you. Did I say Kung Fu Cantonar? Okay. You don't think Rangnick will strip him of the captaincy from Maguire? He is there for 6 months, says Batman Knight fan. Okay, but 6 months is a significant time. And if he actually wants to win something, surely he has to assess the squad and go, who do I want to be the leader of this team? Who do I want to represent the side and be the captain? The guy to drag us forward, the guy to lead by example, the guy to shout and the guy to dictate and the guy to represent and inspire. Who do I want to be the captain? If he wants Slabby Maguire, there's something wrong with the man, honestly. He's not the guy to do that. He's not the guy to do that. At least if you're going to give it, if you're going to do something, give it to Varane then. You don't have to give it to Ronaldo. If you're worried about him being too old or whatever, give it to Varane then. Somebody who's actually a winner, a World Cup winner, Champions League winner multiple times, actually has the experience. Don't give it to fucking Slabby Maguire, a guy who can't even defend to save his life. Because he's let us down time and time again, and he's supposed to be a inspiration for these players. He's supposed to be a consistent performer. The captain should not only be a good character, which I don't think he's the best either, to be perfectly honest with you, in terms of what I've seen in interviews and all stuff. He's an absolute melter. But anyway, in terms of the actual credentials as being a great player, sorry guys, I shouted very loud there. In terms of the credentials of being a player, he's also not the best either because he's not top draw. He's not Maldini. He's not Vidic, Stam or Rio or anybody like that. No, he's Slabby Maguire, a very bang average boy from Leicester, Hull City, Sheffield United, originally from Sheffield, mate. And, in all honesty, what is he all about? I just don't really... He's not a top draw player. We definitely got bent over with that price. Matt Norton says, loved what Klopp had to say about Rangnick. Makes me very confident in the man. True. I love those comments from Jurgen Klopp about Rangnick saying that, everybody should be very scared or, United have got ourselves a really good manager and it's bad news for all the other managers in the Premier League, basically. Yeah, Varane is a much better centre-back, Kieran Williams. I totally agree with you. Guys, oh, crikey, it's 10:30 already. I'm going to stick around for a bit longer, though. Have your say. We've got 281 legends in here. Really appreciate you all stopping by and having your say and getting involved. What do you think about this news then, guys? Smash a 1 in the live chat if you're happy with Rangnick. Smash a 2 if you'd rather we got somebody else in, to be fair. Let's just be honest. Have your say. Do you think Rangnick's the one? It is a big step up to a big club, but I think experience-wise he's a good one, and with his added abilities in the back room to go in and do things beyond the dugout after he's been manager is really good. A lot of ones coming in here. Nice one. Dean M, Kipira Chimoy, cool homies. Phone Monkey 187. How you doing there? Good to see one of the channel member legends, Batman Night fan. Griffo Chaz says one as well. Rams Tomo. Seems like everybody's happy with it, guys. I mean, I am happy with it as well. I'm reasonably happy with it, guys. I think it's a good appointment considering who's available right now. Johnny comments, after everything De Gea has done for the club and how long he is with the club, Ollie insulted him by not choosing him as the captain. Okay, fair comment. You look at maybe De Gea this season as well, and I'm not just talking about his performances here, but his mentality. He looks like one of the ones who's actually genuinely perturbed by the performances by Man United this year. He's genuinely pissed off. You can see that with some of his reactions and some of his post-match interviews that he's done. I got nothing but respect for De Gea. I think he truly loves Manchester United. He just wants to win with United. He's not a mercenary. He's had opportunities. He is on huge money, to be fair. But he's had opportunities to leave and go elsewhere, go back to Spain. He stayed at United. He's loyal to the club. I think, he is a great option for captain, a great candidate for captain. The only thing is, me personally, I don't like the captain being a goalkeeper, because I think it's better to have a player who's out on the pitch who can go and relay a few things, go and run over to the manager and get a bit of info, go and speak to the striker, speak to the defender, speak to the wingers. It's a lot easier. If you're a goalkeeper, you've got to be very, very vocal. You've got to be... What's good about being a goalkeeper is you see everything in front of you. You can see all the problems. You can see the way the opposition are having joy against you. You can organise. You can tell people what to do. You can tell people how to do it as well, like Schmeichel used to as well. He's very vocal, organising, barking orders at the back line. And I think De Gea is the most vocal of goalkeepers. I think he's the most vocal of people on the pitch as well, which is the only negative thing, really. He's better than he used to be, but I definitely think you need to be... He's not quite... I don't know. It's just not ideal to have a goalkeeper as captain anyway. But I certainly think he's definitely a good person in the dressing room and experienced, and he's all about this Manchester United club, which we love. Jay Gill, thank you for the £2 super chat. He says, "You playing FIFA today, Piggy bro?" Absolument, lad. We will be back on in about an hour's time on the channel doing a Foot Champs evening weekend league gaming session. So do tune in a bit later on in about an hour's time. We'll be back with FIFA for a few hours, lads and lasses, into the wee hours of the morning on Friday night, baby. Friday night FIFA action, baby. Jay Gill, thank you very much. Okay, guys, get your thoughts and opinions in. Get your final thoughts and opinions in. We're going to be here for another 5 minutes or so. Do hit the like. Do hit the subscribe button if you're new. If you're new, by the way, let me know by smashing a 2 in the live chat so I can give you a personal welcome shout out. If you are new around here, let me know. Mikhail Brunette, what's happening there? What does that mean? We have a lot of quiet players who are good, but not really leaders. Fair point, yes. I think Ronaldo would be a great leader. I even think Bruno would be a good leader because at least he plays with his heart on his sleeve. And there's been quiet players who have been good leaders before. I think of to be fair, Wayne Rooney was a good leader for Man United because of how he played. He dragged you forward with his performances. He wore his heart on his sleeve with his performances. Whereas vocally, I don't think Rooney was the most vocal either, but he was definitely tenacious. He definitely led by example out there on the pitch, and he expected us, he dragged you forward. So he was a good captain in that sense. Hope he brings the Red Bull owner with him. He's worth 25 billion, says Simpson. Wow, yeah, that'd be amazing. Glazers, do one. Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate you, my man. Get in there. Matt Norton says, at least we don't have Sigurdsson or Mendy on our team. Absolute garbage humans. Just slow slab who shouldn't be captain. Yeah, man, Matty Norton. Also, what's going on with Matey Boy at Brighton? Another midfielder we almost were looking at. Basuma, isn't he in a similar boat? Hey, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't know the allegations. I don't know the facts. But yeah, there's a few dodgy bastards out there that we avoided, Matt Norton, thankfully. Slightly salted Steve, what's going on, bro? Been here for months. Wait, hang on. Where's the twos? Eddie, I remember you. Slightly salted Steve, I remember you. Okay, you guys are all not new. Fozzie Aussie 106, you're not new either. Okay, that experiment was a fail. That was a fail. Mikhail Kramer says, Ronaldo now, Bruno future. Read my last comment, LOL. Sorry, Jonathan. Oh, Mikhail Kramer. Let's have a look. Don't do that to me, Mikhail. He says, Ronaldo should be captain for now and pass the torch to Bruno in the coming years. Hey, respect. I think you're right. I would like to see something like that happen, yeah. Bruno's a great leader. Ronaldo's only here for a couple of seasons maximum. Who is a better leader than Ronaldo? Who represents what we want to represent more than Ronaldo? He's been a great leader for Portugal. He's a fantastic character. He's the most professional out of all the players. He's probably the hardest working out of all the players, even at his age as well. He's a consummate professional. He puts nothing into his body which isn't going to be beneficial for his health and how he performs as a professional footballer. He literally is the definition of a consummate professional. So to me, he's a perfect example of what all the other guys should be striving towards. Plus, he's the greatest player of all time. I don't know if you can really put a price on that. He's literally the greatest player of all time. Like, these guys aren't playing with, a good player. decent player. They're playing with the greatest player of all time. Why wouldn't you have Ronaldo, the greatest leader for Portugal over the last 20 years? Before obviously, there was Figo and stuff, after Figo, I should say. And then since then, it's just all been Ronaldo. So to me, it's a no-brainer. He makes the perfect candidate for captain. Hey, Ronnie Dodge, mate, welcome to the Bacon Brigade. Come on, Ronnie Dodge, mate, let's go. Viva Ronnie Dodge. Ronnie, mate, get in there. Sue, you've got a great name, Ronnie. I love that, mate. Thank you so much. Guys, let's get a Sue emoji or your favourite emoji in there. All the channel members, welcome him to the channel member brigade, to the Bacon Brigade. Thank you so much, Ronnie Dodge, lad. Welcome, Ronnie. Appreciate you, Ron. Thank you so much, dude. Man, did you just hear that high frequency noise? I think, sometimes, anybody else get that? Sometimes you're just sitting there and there's some weird high frequency noise on the go. Yeah, it's gone now. You just get some weird thing in your ear. Is that just me? Maybe I've got tinnitus. I don't know. Hey, Gungshi says, super chat from Jonathan. Oh, I missed it. Hey, thank you so much, Ronnie Dodge. I appreciate you. Jonathan Gallagher, mate, how have I missed it? How have I missed this super chat from Jonathan Gallagher? Hey, thank you so much. Jonathan Gallagher says, one word to sum up Harry Maguire as captain, Pig. One word to sum up Harry Maguire as captain? One word? Oh. One word to describe Harry Maguire as captain. Bollockless. Bollockless. If I have to choose one word, bollockless. Get some fucking bollocks, Harry Maguire. Bollockless melt. I know that's two words, but bollockless is one word. There you go. Underwhelming, that's a good word too. Slightly salty Steve. Melt, that's a good word, I see red people. Yes, Alex Walker, mate. Yes, there is FIFA tonight, dude. Disgrace says 1, 2, 3, 4 RBI. Hey, Ronnie Dodge says, thanks, guys, for the warm welcome. No worries. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and being a member, Ronnie. I appreciate you, man. Failure says, just for YouTube. Gash says, Batman Night Fan. Terrible says, Tyrone Pillay. Slabtastic says, Gungshi. Yeah, nobody's really saying, immense, quality, undervalued, underrated. Nobody's saying things like that. We're all saying that he's not really performed very, very well. Phone Monkey 187 says, best United channel, Ronnie. Hey, thank you so much, Mr. Phone Monkey 187, lad. I appreciate that comment too. Very nice of you. Stefan says, bollockless, LOL. Yeah, bollockless. He's bollockless, guys. He's a eunuch of a footballer out there. He's had him locked off as a child. I wonder if that is possible, actually, if that was the case by Slabby. Maybe he's from a Jewish family and maybe the rabbi made a little bit of an accidental slip and took his bollocks off when he was a kid. That would actually make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense in how he plays. Overpaid, says Tyrone Pillay. Timmy T. Oh, shit, the Gaming Jew's in here. The Gaming Jew pops up, says, someone say Jewish? Yes, I do believe Harry Maguire's rabbi once performed a very unfortunate circumcision on the man, which resulted in him having his beans spilled all over the floor, I believe. So definitely that's why he performs like such a bollockless melt. Oh, it's true. Defo a eunuch, says Gungshi, absolutely. Frigid, says Eddie02. Hey, the Gaming Jew man says, smash the like for you, Pigger. You're a legend. Maguire, one word. Tosser. Excellent word for Harry Maguire, the Gaming Jew. I really appreciate that. Hey, by the way, the Gaming Jew is an absolute legend, guys. Hey, I want to show you. I'm going to pin it to the top of live chat. We're ending this stream soon anyway. But I really like the Gaming Jew's channel, man. He's a fun guy. He's got nearly 2K subscribers. Let's do a little shout out to this man right here real quick. In fact, you have to go and watch his latest episode of Top Gear Grand Theft Auto. He does gaming streams and stuff. I'm just going to pop it in there. Because, yeah, I think you guys will find it funny anyway. Most of you have got a sense of humour. So there you go. I'll pop it in the live chat. Plus, he's a mate of mine as well. So shout out to you, the Gaming Jew. Thank you very much. Everyone, go check out his channel. He's a good man as well. He's funny. Kingface, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, lad. Let's be having you, sir. Come on. He says, what does he say? He says, ask the girl for her number. Turns out the snake gave me her man's number. Now I'm arguing with a person I don't know texting. Why does the Spanish hotties do that? Hearts of devils. Kingface, Bloody hell, you know what you should have done? You should, when she'd given you your number, you should have called her right away and said, yeah, just want to check it's coming through. Like a real stalker, you know what I mean? That's what you should have done. Anyway, hey, get in there, Kingface. Thank you so much. I'm sorry about your unfortunate situation, mate. I really genuinely am. That is terrible news. I'm sorry about that, dude. Crikey. Well, just as well, you know, if she's a player like that, mate, maybe you avoided a bad case of, you know, of the clap there, my friend. Sounds like she gets around a little bit. Anyway. Super chat king, yeah, Kingface, thank you so much for that $10 super chat there, man. That's bloody awesome. I missed one from Matty Norton. How can I do this to the man? Matt Norton, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat, dude. He says, Donny, Rashford, Sancho should thrive under Ralf Rangnick. They fit his system perfectly. Spot on, I agree. And I think other players will come in. Even the fringe players, like people like Fred and Lingard, might benefit from playing that sort of system as well. And players like Tellez as well. So I think there's a lot of players that will be improved by Ralf Rangnick should things go to plan, Matt Norton. I agree with that, sir. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. I want to see Donny van der Beek unleashed and unlocked by this man as well. Hashtag free Donny, come on. Yes. Razor's dad says, hi Piggy, you seen my son in the chat lately? Razor's dad, is your son called Razor? I don't know. I don't think so, actually. What's his name on here? The Gaming Jew says the rabbi should have taken the skin from Maguire's head. There's plenty to go round. In fact, the Glazers could make back the money they spent on him by selling his head for advertising space. Yeah, never mind a fucking blimp flying over the top of the stadium these days. No, you just need to get a tattoo slabbed on Slabby Maguire's forehead there. It would be like a drive-in movie theatre, wouldn't it? And you could just put whatever you want on it. You could even project images onto it when he's warming up. Or you could just get the sponsor Team Viewer tattooed right across that forehead. And it will be seen from miles around. Along with the Great Wall of China, one of the only man-made objects that can be seen from space. There you go, apparently. Anyway, Donny is the quintessential Ralph player. We should see good things, says Slightly Sorted Steve. Absolutely, he is. I love that word, Slightly Sorted Steve. The quintessential Ralph player. I love that, Slightly Sorted Steve. Yes, I think so too. Look at all the hashtag free Donnies in there. Rushy says, great show, guys. It has been a great show tonight, my friends. Still over 200 of you legends in here having your say and 242 likes. Love that. Thank you, everyone. Let's see if we can get 250. Gungshi, mate, get in there. Gungshi says, it's going to be really interesting to see how the team evolves under Rangnick. Who's your favourite United player right now, says Rage Lion. My favourite United player, I mean, it's got to be Cristiano Ronaldo, really. You know, he's come back into the team. He was my favourite player before he left. He's still my favourite now. He's still the clutch goat, isn't he? He's still the clutch goat. You see lazy players vomiting in training, says Ronnie Dodge. Bring out the sick bucket. I want to see these guys giving this the puke drills. They've got to be running drills, working the socks in until they puke. You're not getting out of here, Luke Shaw, until you've puked up that whole beef and onion Frey Bentos pie, lad. Work your guts up, lad. That's the sort of training sessions we need, because these guys have been a bunch of pansies recently with their effort levels. Where do you think Man United will place this season under Ralf Rangnick, says Diesel Daily? I think 4th or 3rd, mate, at the most. Donny is a pressing specialist, says Mikhail Kramer. Piggy, any FIFA or GTA today, says Flying Pig United fan? FIFA, my friend. We're doing FIFA in about an hour's time on the channel, lad. So get involved later for FIFA, Foot Champs, late night, Friday night FIFA action. Let's go. How will Ralf set us up to protect our defence, says Phone Monkey? Well, he's going to have us pressing as a team, essentially. So, you know, you're going to be pressing as a team, coming back, dropping deep defensively as a unit as well. And it's going to be like a, you know, like a swarming unit, lads and masters. That's essentially what I see it. And I'd imagine, hey, look, I don't know what he's going to do, but I think if it's like a 4-2-2-2, he could play Donny and Fred in the middle, and then he's got a great choice of wingers, Ronaldo and Rashi up top or something like that, or Cavani as well. And then he's got Fred and he's got Donny and he's got his wing backs. They're all going to be pressing as a team. The problem with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's system is that even if he had the two in midfield like that, it's like there's some people are standing off, some people are pressing, some people are not. There's moments of pressing. It's like it was very confused. Whereas this should be very much a team system where it's all like looking, let's be having you, you know. Hey, Kingface, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, man. He says, I avoid girls that speak Spanish. Bad experience. Hola. Hola, Senor Dubbington. Hasta luego, Senor Dubbington. Mi casa es su casa. Why is that then, Kingface? Fair play to you. Hey, don't you find the Spanish accent pretty hot, though, mate, to be fair? Slightly salted Steve with a membership of the channel. Come on, thank you so much, Kingface, by the way. Slightly salted Steve, lad. Thank you so much for getting in here, becoming a member of the Bacon Brigade, lad. Let's be having you. Where are you? Slightly salted Steve, lad. Thank you so much. Hey, we got a new member of the Bacon Brigade. The Bacon Brigade just grows stronger and stronger, my friends. Oh, that's right. Soon we're going to be up there with, like, I don't know, Scientology or some shit. Get in there. Hey, slightly salted Steve, let's get a soul and your favourite Bacon Brigade emoji in there to welcome Steve. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Thank you very much, guy. George Ivanov, get in there. Hey, off to hit the hay, says the Game Jew. Thanks for the shout out. Much appreciated. Yes, guys, that's a thing. Before he says, everyone remember to smash a like for Piggo the Hero Night, bruv. Thank you very much. Guys, yes, before we forget, at the end of the stream, click the link in the top of live chat. Go and check out the Gaming Jew's new GTA Top Gear episode. It was very entertaining, and give him a subscribe, man. He's on his way to 2K and he's a good lad. I like to shout out and support genuinely nice, good, sound, funny, nice people. There you go. Get in there. Stephen Harrington says, I think Ollie is a Scientologist. That explains his football style. Fair play to you, Money Do. Don't know about that, mate. I mean, I'm not really soundbiting anything, to be fair, my friend. I just do my live stream and then I forget about it. I don't really put anything out there. I don't think nobody really clips stuff of mine, really, and tags me in it very often sometimes. But that's definitely not the case. You are way out of line, sir. Have you seen anything uploaded on my Clips channel for months? Yes, you're right, Batman Night fan. I agree. I agree. Evening there, Neil Driscoll. Ronnie Dodge says, so. Right, guys, I guess I'm going to have to wrap this video up then, because literally my stream is, I've got another stream to do, and if we don't finish this one, we're not going to start the next one. So this has been a truly great stream. I appreciate you all tuning in. There's the latest United news. Hopefully I answered your question or gave you a shout out at the very least. Why are you underestimating Ralf? We're winning league, says Timmy T. I'm just being real. It's a big step up to Manchester United. He's only managed teams like Schalke, Hoffenheim, etc. before. You know, it's a big step up. I'm just being a realist here, my friend. I hope that he can get us to play great football. There's also 3 or 4 other really good teams in the Prem. So in 6 months, remember his job 6 months. Is he really expected to win everything? I hope he can, but I'm just trying to be a realist here. Anyway, slightly salted Steve, get in there, you legend. Appreciate you, my son. Rushmano, he says, welcome to the new subscribers. Absolutely, all the new people that hit that sub button. Really appreciate it. If you haven't hit the sub, smash the subscribe. It's free to do so. We're going to leave it there then, my friends, but we'll be back in a bit with FIFA. So do keep a lookout in an hour. There's a little bell icon there. Smash the bell like your name was Quasimodo. Esmeralda the bells! And make sure you get the notifications for the streams when they go live by doing that. Also, hit the like before you go. Follow us up on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. If you're just getting in here now, you can go back and watch the start of the stream for all the latest news and info in a concise manner. Also, you can come back after this is finished and get your thoughts and opinions in the not live comment section down below, so you can have your say on anything we've discussed here. Do have your say, get your opinions in there. Love to read them, and I'll try to respond to as many of them as I can. It's getting harder to do at the moment because I've been streaming a lot and there's just not enough hours in the day. But I tell you what, I definitely am going to have a massive commenting, replying session every day, every day anyway. So I will try and get everybody's comments and stuff answered. And that's what I like to do. So yes, peeps, get in there. I really appreciate you stopping. We've got 256 likes to end on. Amazing stuff. Thank you to all the moderators, Mikhail Kramer, of course, Rushmano, Gunshi, Johnny Gallagher, everybody else as well who was in here at any point tonight. Eric, Timmy, Phone Monkey, Stefan, Ronnie, new members as well. Thank you everyone. Johnny as well. Johnny and of course, Mr. Ronnie Dodge as well. Thank you so much. Everybody's getting in here. Star-Lord, all the channel members. Much love. Thanks for supporting the stream. Back in an hour with FIFA Lads and Us. Just keep a lookout for that. Much love. I'll also be back with the latest United news tomorrow, more likely in the afternoon. And, of course, we'll do an evening show as well just to keep you abreast of all the latest goings on. Cheers, Gunners, Batman, Just for YouTube, Timmy T, Danny Marsh, Stefan, Jonathan Gallagher, and all the rest of you legends out there. Have a good one. Catch you in a bit. Oh, yeah, go to that video at the top of the live chat. Just want to give a shout out to my mate there once again. The Gaming Jew, he's a good lad. He's funny. Check out his gaming channel if you're that way inclined. Peace, peeps. That's the end of it from me. Stay classy, and I'll catch you in a little bit for some FIFA action where we'll be smashing up some falls. Have a good one. Take it easy, and remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the soup.